We got one. We got one back, baby! And I'm not talking about the win that the Timberwolves just picked up over the Blazers after 2 losses earlier this season. I'm not talking about a response in sponsorship from Mountain Dew after I changed English every single day for a full year as of today. What I'm talking about is we got Taurean Prince back. I've been talking about how much we miss Jordan McLaughlin and Taurean Prince especially. The steady, calming, winning plays they always bring, as well as the jump shooting when it comes to Taurean Prince. And we got it back after 20 straight missed games out of Taurean Prince. I was so happy to see the King Prince, return tonight. Only had 1 made field goal in the first half. His stats weren't crazy in that period, but had a great second half and a wonderful game overall. It genuinely made my day when I saw him check in. I didn't know he was playing tonight, and I even wrote in my notes, as the first thing I wrote, I'm like, Kyle Anderson has been really good for us. I wasn't thrilled with the signing when we made it because I'm like, Taurean Prince is so good. But Anderson has been really good in both Taurean and Cat's absence, so I did write that down, and I do stand by that still. But God, did I love to see Taurean back on that court. Let's talk about people other than Taurean Prince now. At least for a little bit of the video, you know? The Wolves overall played a tremendous first half, which is kind of the regular for them, especially lately. But it was another one where they didn't have as big of a lead as you felt like they deserved with how they played. The reasoning for that is a lot of turnovers that were extremely costly. In the first half, they would have 8 turnovers while Portland would have 12. That's actually been something the Wolves have been really good about this year, is causing turnovers, just like last year. Although they caused more turnovers, the Blazers would have 19 points off those turnovers, where the Wolves would only have 14. The other reason we didn't get the rotation we probably should have was because Jeremy Grant was on one all night, but especially the first half, and he was questionable with, I think, a hip contusion in the second half, so he didn't get as much production then. But it was just Patero with Jeremy Grant tonight. He was making so many tough shots in the first and then disrupting lobs on defense. He did great with that too. He just played incredible basketball, and he's just a great basketball player. I'm really glad that he found his fit in Portland, really thriving over there. So despite kind of everyone on the Blazers having poor shooting night, Grant really kept them in it with just superb play. And I was able to balance out the ridiculous performance of the Timberwolves bench tonight. They were 10 for 11 in the first half, with Luka Garza 5 for 5 in that first. And he's been super confident lately, and you finally saw a night where it just like all kind of clicked and worked for him. And he's pretty exciting to watch. He's really got some post talent, and that's kind of his rep. But good to see it translate on the court tonight. Unfortunately, it's another example of like Finch finding something that works and then be like, cool, that worked, let's just completely go away with it. Because Garza only gets 13 minutes, and he never missed a shot and was incredible. And Gobert was better than he's been most games. Made a lot of big plays tonight, but also had a lot of mistakes, I thought, and I wasn't thrilled with his full performance, but he gave us a lot of really good moments that were huge too. Especially in the fourth quarter, which, hey, that's great. The Wolves had a 7-point lead at half. That was gone within 3 minutes. I mean, it happens like the start of every third quarter. We just get blown off the court. Happened again. It was Jeremy Grant who did it as well. However, the Wolves stabilized, and the third quarter wasn't a massive issue for them as they only lost it by 2. Taurean Prince would have a very big quarter there, getting the energy pumping, scoring well in that quarter, also draws a charge. That would be Anthony Simon's 5th foul, which is huge. And as we go into the fourth quarter up 4 points, quickly, Taurean Prince picks up his 5th foul. I mean, hey, he hasn't played in months. You can't blame the guy for fouling too much, but I just write down in my notes, I'm like, Taurean 5 fouls. I sad. I don't know why I'm doing this. I typed this on my phone. But it was back and forth just about all quarter, but the Wolves would really start to build momentum in the final 3 minutes, which was wonderful to see. Anthony Edwards completely took over in that time frame. Not a great shooting night by him, but he kept attacking, and that's the thing that I really love about Ant this year, is he is always going at the rim, and the consistency of doing that has been risen so much, and you saw him just decide to take over there. His finishes around the rim in those last couple minutes were pure artistry. It was so wonderful to watch. Then with 2 minutes and 17 seconds, Wolves are up 7, have the momentum. Taurean Prince makes another huge play, takes a charge, getting into fantastic position. I can't remember who was on, but that kind of sealed things and was just a massive play. And it made me feel so good. That was a great, great game. Our bench would end the game 16 of 21, which is kind of unheard of. Like, that's crazy. We had almost no D'Angelo Russell production tonight, who also did not finish the game. I'm unsure why. That's back-to-back nice wins out of the Timberwolves. They'll have the Clippers in 2 nights, so that will be a tough challenge coming up. But we'll see how they do then. Really hope we can continue to get a little bit more healthy and see if we can stick things together. Although, I mean, there's still fundamental issues with the composition of this team. But when you've got those veterans that always do the little things, make all the winning plays, and are just so steady for you, it helps everything fall into place. Taurean back is great. Hopefully we get J-Mac at some point soon too. Whew, that's good.